Put a glass box around her and she'll break the glass. If you try to cage her in, she'll light the match. Oh, she's like an animal, it's in her blood. She will turn every chain into dust, into dust, into dust. Like the wind is free, like the water's deep. She's a burning rush. If you try to take what is everything, watch it turn her life.
Welcome everybody to our Thursday night cast. I am King of Dopenshire here with.
I'm Seismic Viking.
We are bringing you tonight a good game. Thursday night cast. We have Wisconsin versus Maryland. So a little bit background on these teams while we get the game running up. Last week Maryland had a bye, so they did not see any play last week, and UWM Wisconsin just got into Invite League. They lost to San Jose last week. So we're going to be trying to see, if new team Invite League, can they beat UMD, which, pretty solid team from the last two seasons we've seen. So this will definitely be a good game, pitting Wisconsin against seeing what they can do within a pretty established team in Invite League.
Yeah, I for one am excited to see. I was managed to watch a little bit of the Wisconsin game from last week, and they looked like a solid team, but when it came down to the wire, they couldn't seem to clutch up in the end. Lost a couple key rounds. So I'm excited to see if they've had the week, see if they can recuperate themselves.
Yeah, we are going to start off on our first map here in a moment. University Wisconsin decided to pick Clubhouse, and they're attacking first. So Clubhouse, usually fairly new map in terms of was just remade. I think 3 seasons ago, maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah, it was a couple.
And it was a couple. So it's not quite as old as Border and Bank, but we do see a lot of teams have pretty set strategies here. And Wisconsin being new to Invite League, I want to see what they really pull out here. See if they shake up the meta of what we usually see with teams such as UMD, RIT. Teams that are pretty well embedded in what they do here on maps such as Clubhouse.
I know the Clubhouse meta throughout most of professional Rainbow Six is very defender-sided. So I want to see if Wisconsin, on the attack first, can keep their heads in the game even if they find themselves at a deficit. Because when you're attacking Clubhouse, if you get 2 rounds, you're in a perfectly good spot to win the map. It just comes down to if you can be that consistent on the defense, which I think both teams will be aiming to do.
Yeah, I mean, you have Basement Armory site, a very strong site, very hard to attack if you're going against a team that's well entrenched down there. And usually we see teams for either their first or second pick besides Armory go for Cash Room. And that's also with the new map rework. Well, not new. It's been around for a couple seasons. That's very viable site. And then we'll definitely see Gym Bedroom come out, which is honestly my favorite side of the map because that's where teams go against the meta and have their own strategies that they really bring out and, toss around, see what works, see what doesn't.
Yeah, I don't think any team in all of Comp Rainbow Six has really found the definite best setup for Gym Bedroom. A lot of it revolves around the mid-round calls you get and how you can adapt to what the attack is bringing. So I'm excited to see what both teams can do on their defenses. Another thing I wanted to hit on was the fact that Clubhouse, honestly, it's early in the league. We don't have established playstyles for these invite teams yet. But Clubhouse is a pretty restrictive map when it comes to roaming, as there's different rooms near the bomb site that you're going to need to want to lock down in order to prevent the execute, which is what you're trying to do, obviously. So I'm going to see if that maybe hurts either of the defending teams, but that's something we'll have to look out for.
Yeah, I mean, Clubhouse is one of my favorite maps to catch because, as you said, roaming is big part of this map, and I just like the versatility of a lot of sites because I feel like some sites on some maps get really bogged down in how you play it. Pretty much every team follows the exact same strategy. If you're going into, let's say, theater on Coastline, which will be our second map of the night, you're pretty much going to expect mirrors. But with a lot of sites on Clubhouse, which we're just about getting into, there's a lot of versatility. So with that, we're going to start our first map of the night, Clubhouse. Viking, what do you expect to see ban-wise here?
Ban-wise?
Yeah.
The defending team will probably get rid of a hard breacher. I'm expecting the Maverick because he's a pretty strong operator on this map with the Maverick tricking you can do on the cash wall and the jacuzzi wall. As far as defending bans, it's pretty pretty. You can go between like Dokkaebi, Capitao, Jackal, whatever you're feeling. But it looks like we're going to see the Thatcher ban, which honestly does a pretty similar job to the Maverick ban. Another keeping your hard breach from being able to get rid of any of the denial from the Cades, the Mutes, the Bandits.
Yeah, UMD is definitely lucking. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually went to Cash Room first, getting rid of that Thatcher that allows them to hold that outer wall towards Kennels really well, actually. The Monty band from Wisconsin, definitely interesting as they're starting on attack, but, if they're not going to use Monty, you might as well take him out of the game. It's interesting to note that we still have a lot of common bans. We still have, Blitz, which did receive a nerf this season, and then we also didn't see a Jackal ban. What do you think about the Kaid ban? Do you think that's a counter ban to the Thatcher ban?
Yeah, I really like that. The Kaid ban makes attacking basement honestly just possible in a way, because otherwise you're not going to be able to open Kitchen Hatch. It's going to be very difficult. So the Kaid ban, a nice targeted one, and then they rounded out with the Maestro, which another powerful info getting defender op. Just pretty standard.
Yeah, I mean those are definitely, Maestro's very popular ban because he is such a strong operator. And, Kai definitely, as you said, counterpick to that Thatcher. We are going to get into pick face here. What do you expect to see from this round based on the lineups of the two teams?
It looks pretty standard from both teams, except the Bandit signifies that they're going to be trying to hold that church wall hard and prevent the Thermite from getting that one open. I would like to see the attacking team bring a second hard breacher, but obviously if they have another plan in mind, that works. But with the Capitao, like that, another very powerful utility getting operator. And looks like the defense will not use their 6th pick, so they're sticking with what they got.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Alright.
With that, we are going to start our very first round. Looking like your usual setup. How do you think Echo was brought? Sorry, not Echo. IQ was brought to counter picks such as Echo, or do you think that might just be a casual pick for them?
IQ, she's a very flexible operator. She has a good gun. She can also has a powerful gadget, especially when the Echo is brought. I think they brought it in mind for maybe not only the Echo, but also the possible Valkyrie pick. We're not going to see that brought by the defense, but the Valkyrie would definitely be hard countered by that IQ.
Attackers must locate and defuse the bomb.
So as they start to set up, teaming, this is a pretty standard hold. We're probably not going to see too much roam play from the map. Maybe one or two, that Jaeger and that Bandit getting out there, but I guess we'll see as the round plays out.
Looks like they are, UMD, going to set up a decent hold in blue as they put down that Jaeger ADS, and looks like we're going to have Smoke chill out there. We will have Akazi on the Jackal, looking to enter in second floor. Master area, take out the cam, see if there's any roamers. Not really going to find anyone of those. There's not many UMD players roaming at the moment.
Yeah, he's got those footprints, going to start trying to track down. He's got the lesions for now. We'll see if he can manage to use that info to get a pick. But it's just a standard top-down clear from the attack, looking to take as much map control as they can, protect their backs as they start to establish that vertical pressure, that hard destruction, and make their way into the map.
Yeah, they're doing a very good job of getting some map control. They already have second floor and the vast majority of first floor, as we will have Crux looking to push into that oil room by blue. Looks like we might have a blue push here, as I don't think anyone is tunnel current.
See, when you only bring the one hard breach, that really limits what options you have when it comes to pushing the site. Because with those 2 thermite charges, it looks like they're going to get Moto Hatch, which signifies to me that this is probably going to be a church take. But if the church wall is electrified, I'm interested to see how they deal with that.
It looks like they might, they're going to opt to open up Kitchen Hatch as well with that last exothermic charge. This is going to allow them 2 sight lines down in the site.
Looks like Legion went for the impact trick, and I believe it was successful. So that is not great for the Wisconsin side of things. We'll see if
Yeah,
they
so if
can,
we're gonna shake them up.
and we'll see if they can try to get recover into this round. They're gonna need to try some picks. The smoke's going down from the Jackal, looking to cross into Moto.
Located a bomb.
Akazi will push in church.
Capitao Firebolt going down too, and the smoke just to stall them out. 40 seconds left in the round, and they're all stacked up on each other. I don't like how this one's looking.
Yeah, Crux is. They actually do have a decent hold on the exterior of Church. They can get this here. It looks like BC will take down Noob Smasher as Flamin will take up the refrag onto BC. It is currently 4v4, 20 seconds left.
Both the Echo and the Jackal got
15
tagged up too. Good flank by the Twitch, manages to...
diffuser.
Oh, she doesn't win that gunfight against the Legion. Goes down. That's bomb down too. It's a 1v4 with 5 seconds left. Don't think this one's gonna come out for Wisconsin as Flamin Clayman gets the last kill.
Yeah, Flamin with 1 HP, managing to pick up that last kill, securing the round for UMD. Wisconsin, definitely, they had a plan there, but really it was all in that impact trick, taking out that hatch that prevented them from also pushing Armory. So, once they got confined to that one push, it was pretty easy to hold the angles. So that was a very big play, being able to take out that second exothermic.
Yeah, it didn't seem like... It seemed like Wisconsin wanted to use their hard breach to try and get picks rather than set themselves up for the site execute. Which, when you do that, it really limits your options if you do get impact tricked or just are unable to get those picks. So we'll see how they bounce back from that first round.
Yeah, it looks like Wisconsin, even though they did lose the first round, they are opting to go with pretty much the same lineup. We will see a 6-pick onto Mute from the Bandit, which is kind of surprising considering they're going cash room. You would think they would want to electrify that exterior wall, but maybe that's not their plan. Maybe they're playing for the retake or playing a little bit different than how you may usually expect.
Yeah, this to me shows that they don't plan on trying to hold that cash wall, and they're either, I would anticipate either a hard construction hold or a hard garage hold to try and just, instead of stopping them from funneling in through that one breach hole on top of the cash room, instead they just want to see if they can crossfire them as they cross it.
10 seconds.
We'll see if
Yeah, I mean-
we'll see how that strat plays out.
Yeah, I mean, there are, two ways to defend a site. You could either try to prevent the plant altogether, or you could play for the retake. So that could easily be what UMD is trying to do here. Just hold them off, waste their time, and then once the plant goes down, push in for multiple angles. As you said, it looks like they might be opting for the garage hold, though I don't currently see anyone in there at this moment.
They have the dock.
One
the dock.
person prone and ground.
Yeah. Generally, you do. You want to maintain garage hold, but not use up too many resources. That's why an operator like Doc is perfect. The ACOG to challenge the door, and he can heal himself if he gets down by a nade or a firebolt. So we'll see how, I believe it's Noob Smasher who's in there right now, so we'll see how he can lock it down. Jackal just pushing in through the gym side, looking for footprints. Unable to find any right now. Just being droned in on this west side.
And not too much action here, just your, usual map control. Looks like Crux is going to fire some shots at Cash Room, not going to connect. He's trying to fire some warnings. We'll ping to the team that there is someone there.
Yeah, this is just your typical map control. I don't see any hard roamers from the blue team. I could be mistaken, but right now it seems like Wisconsin is very focused on the bomb site. Thermite opens up that cash room wall, and now is when they're going to start trying to look for those picks and just try to solidify themselves for the execute with a man advantage.
Crux is very close to getting a pick there, but will back off as, there's a little bit of a peekaboo back and forth. No one really managing to catch it here. Oh, looks like Crux will see Bazzi as Akazi picks up huge for the first kill of the round.
Yeah. Manages to stop that flank from the Jaeger. That is huge. That means their back is secure for now, and they can start trying to push in and get those picks on the site. Looks like with Maryland boxed in, Wisconsin's able to get these opening picks that they were looking for last round.
Oop, looks like, I believe it was Oop, there are 2 people going down currently. It is very hectic. It is 1v3 in the favor of Wisconsin. It's all down to Echo to get this last 3 frags. Diffuser will go down. Echo currently will get picked off by, I believe that was Akazi.
Yes, Akazi, yeah. So it looks like they're without the. It seemed like only the Jaeger was roaming there towards the end, and once he went down, all of the map pressure from the side of Maryland was lost. And once you do that without being able to deny one of those walls, be it the construction wall or the wall into CC, it leaves the site so open. You can just be challenged by the superior guns of the attackers and taken down.
Yeah, I mean, UMD was trying to play up that synergy with Mozzie and Mute on the exterior wall. Looks like they might be opting for, if I'm correct, the pretty much exact same lineup from both teams. You know, we're not really seeing either team adapt because they haven't needed to yet. It's 1-1, you know, both teams have won a round, so they haven't felt pressured. And as I say that, Crux looks like they're going to 6-pick from Twitch onto Zofia, although now that I say that, that might be taken away. We actually will flame and switch onto Castle from Mozzie. So we're definitely going to, you know, as I was saying, we haven't seen anyone dap. They're going to dap. We're going to see Castle come out. What do you think that's going to really do to change up how they play this site?
Castle, you generally have the castles just to try and deny map control easily from the attackers. I know there was a fairly common strat from a couple months ago that was meta, which involved castling off blue and trying to roam in lounge in order to protect yourself from those angles. So we'll see if maybe that's what Maryland is attempting to do, but as I say that, they're just castling off that garage window.
Yeah, looks like they're going to rely on a different rotation hole, and that's soft hole into garage from cash room. And, you know, that can definitely prove a little bit of a shakeup for an attacking team that's going to expect that window to be open. Looks like you are correct, though. They are going to castle off blue lounge that door, so they're going to, you know, they're going to try this hard garage hole.
I think the idea, obviously I'm not hearing the players' comms, I have no real idea on what they were saying, but I think they're trying to not fight for the opening of the walls and let that happen, but protect themselves from other angles by castling off these windows, allowing them to still play in sight with the huge breach hole that will be coming on that CC. This
We'll
time,
have Noob Smasher on that Legion, hang out in garage. 40 seconds in the round. Not much is going on, you know, just still some more setup. Pie Guy still trying to find a place for that deployable. Akazi, you know, same entrance as last time. Worked out very well. We'll take some pot shots. Not going to connect.
it seems like this is their standard clear at this point from the Wisconsin side. Just trying to gain this map control and maybe probably construction push if I had to put money on it, but we'll see. We'll see how the Maryland side tries to adapt.
Crux is already getting in some firefights with people. Looks like possibly from site already. Exchanging some fire. You know, Wisconsin already pushing hard. No one is in office. Seems like they've already pushed all their defenders onto site, so this could be big. Big push right here.
It seems like with that yokai, the Jaeger of Huge wanted to get aggressive into construction, but as soon as that Jackal started spamming through the wall, he sort of, I don't know, lost his will to do that and jump into a crossfire. So Flash is coming into sight. There's a minute 20 left in the round, but already the Wisconsin side trying to get that map control and trying to get their picks onto site.
Oh, Pie Guy will take up Crux. That is actually UMD's first pick for the round. Putting Wisconsin at a operator down. Shots are going off here from multiple angles onto site.
Yeah, very, very big pick from that Echo. That alleviates a lot of the construction pressure that they were feeling. Maybe the Jackal may take up that angle and try to work into sight once more, but it seems like with these bolts finally going down, they might look for the execute. But Pie Guy gets aggressive one more time and picks off Hydra. And looks for the next one on the Thermite, unable to get it as Akazi takes him down.
Akazi doing very good for the team here. Is a little bit cut off from the attackers, but also will pick up Huge, putting them down only one operator.
With 20 seconds left, though, there's only one avenue that they have into sight. I'm not sure they're going to be able to pull this one off. They're going to have to, Akazi's going to have to go huge when jumping through this window. Still haven't cleared out the Legion. Looks like he's going to jump into the crossfire. And takes the Legion down, pulls out the goo, but is pushed by the castle, and that ends the round. Good hold by UMD there in the end, despite the best efforts of Akazi to bring the round together. So it seems like, in the end, the castle pick paid off. They were able to slow down the game long enough in order for them to push it together.
Yeah, so that was definitely a different, an improvement on the hold from UMD from the previous round. Yeah, so that was actually very close round. Even though, down to the wire, Plant almost went down, and that's the kind of rounds we want to go for.
So this time, it looks like with the Maryland team going back to Arsenal, there's going to be Habana Broad, which I really like. With how prevalent impact tricking and denial is on this map, bringing even all 3 hard breachers now is going to be a much needed improvement, I think, for the Wisconsin side.
Yeah, as you were saying, the very first round, not having that second hard breacher could come to bite them, and that did when their breach on Kitchen Hatch ended up failing. And they're learning from their mistakes, which I really like. The adaptation of bringing the Habana and also the Maverick, they're going all out for this hard breach. That's going to definitely play different into how UMD needs to play this, because now they don't have that luxury of, we only need to take out 2 exothermics. Now they have to deal with potentially 2 walls and 3 hatches, or large combinations. And the fact that you add Maverick on top of that, they're going to need to watch their backs constantly throughout this match.
An operator to watch, I believe it's the Legion who's roaming, I think, upstairs. So I want to see if he's able to pick off even one of those hard breachers, that would be huge. But as I say that, coming right back downstairs. I don't think we're going to see a lot of roam play on this one. Right now, just the attackers looking to always clear from this west side, take map control the easiest they can. Just drone each other in, look for picks on those roamers and isolate them if they can, but right now, no challenge coming from the Maryland side.
Yeah, BC gonna try to clear out Bar and Billiards as they're really trying to open up his hatch. Looks like Akazi is gonna have to lose a pair of Excaros due to impact. Another impact will go off. Looks like, yep, that hatch is not gonna fall. They're gonna need to expend more utility to get that now.
Yeah, that's unlucky. He got 3. He just needed the 4th one to go off, and that would open up the hatch. But with the Legion out of impacts, they're able to get that kitchen hatch open. All in all, I'd say that's worth.
Yeah, definitely losing those 2 extra Excaros charges just for the kitchen hatch could pay off if that's really what they want. That is ability economics right there. You're spending 2 secondary gadgets for pretty much a full charge of an operator's primary, and that's pretty powerful, especially with halfway through the round, no gunfights yet. That black utility is going to come back to possibly haunt them later.
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. It looks to me that hatch was soft up in blue. I can't tell exactly, but right now the Zofia was playing that angle, looking to rotate down the main stairs like last time, and we'll see how the more utility can really bring this round together for the Wisconsin side.
Yeah, looks like they're going to go for that church push again. Not sure as they do have that kitchen hatch open compared to last time when they failed to open.
Looks like the Thermite trying to get that wall open, but his exothermic charge might have been Bandit tricked away. Can't check on that. But regardless, they're not going to be able to get that wall open. Looks like even the Thermite going down to a peek from the Bandit through Maverick hole.
Yeah, Noob Smasher is going to get a triple kill on the Crux, putting his team, UMD, in the lead. Noob Smasher also setting up here, possibly another frag. Imperial is going to come down to help BC in church. It's not looking too good for Wisconsin, but they can still pull this out.
15 seconds left in the round. This is a dirty angle from the Bandit. That would be a free kill if anyone pushed in. And Pie Guy chimes in, managed to get that IQ, and Mavericks pushing in. 5 seconds
All
left.
to BC, and Noob Smasher will pick up the quadra kill if we're talking League of Legends terms, and get BC.
Yeah, that was a big round from Noob Smasher right there. Managed to hold it together on that bandit and even deny the wall from the thermite. Which I think, if you can't get the church wall open, you're all funneling either through the hallway or the door, and that just gives such a big advantage to the defenders who can just hold tight angles, and it's just easy. Just an easy frag. It looks like they're switching it up and going to gym bedroom this time. Actually, that might be the only site that they're able to go to, if I remember correctly. They want to cash.
I believe they have gym bedroom and then bar open, and bar usually isn't a site teams pretty much ever pick. In the entire time I cast, I've not seen a round of bar and on Clubhouse, which is that's whatever. We are going to gym, which is honestly my favorite site because I'd say it's pretty versatile. We are, Huge is bringing out the castle, and we're getting flaming on the Mira. So Mira and castle really show how you're going to play the site. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Mira on the bathroom, and then the castle trying to block off that western exterior wall that teams so love to open up and cut off rotations in the offense.
Yeah, looks like the impact grenade is not going to make the rotate for some reason. And there we go. But
yeah, that was a little odd there.
Yeah, you hate to waste 2 right there, but it happens. The castle looks like he's going to castle off that wall, maybe for the possible bandit trick to keep him safe from that window. We'll see how they play that. No Miras down yet. Probably we're just waiting for the Twitch drone that the attackers haven't brought, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, usually teams are trying to castle that off, as you said, to help the bandit trick that wall in the case of any thermites. We will only have thermite, not Hibana. Ikazi deciding to pick up Nomad instead. We'll see how that plays out. Ooh, Huge will already get a pick on a Crux. That is going to be big, as that was, there's Zofia. They now have one of their fragging operators down.
And one of the biggest things that shows to me is that's their safe soft breach, gone. With that out of the way, even as the castle gets picked, I think that's absolutely worth. They have very limited ways to try and get those castles open now, which could come back to bite them at the very end of the round.
Yeah, Akazi will get that pick up on the Huge. Get the refract. Looks like Echo Hell here. I 100% just butchered your name. I'm so sorry. It's going to be stuck out in cash as they're going to get pushed from multiple angles, and will actually manage to pick up Akazi despite all the odds, and will get refragged by Imperial. That's definitely a big trade, as BC will pick up Noob Smasher. Putting it 2v3, UMD not in favor.
Yeah. It's now just down to those heavy anchors on the Echo and Mira. Seems like the attacking team, they're going to slow it down. They've lost too many rounds like this. They're going to drone out the anchors, try and get those advantaged gunfights where you know where you're peeking and where you're trying to shoot.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a minute and a half, that's more than enough time to drone out 2 anchors. Looks like they might have an idea that Pie Guy is sitting in office. Pie Guy is just going to sit there, not going to move. Same with Flaming, holding a hard angle onto that master bedroom.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
It's looking. Oh, Mirror Minute.
BC will go down. I believe it was Flamin'. Yes, Flamin' does take out their capital. It's going to hurt their planning capacity right there.
Yeah, it seems like they have all this time, but they don't know what to do with it after that efficient roam clear. If they may be out of drones, I don't know, but it seems like the other sites just seems free to take.
Bomb has been located.
To be honest.
Attackers recover.
Flamin' is going to miss the C4. Is going to take shots and will get flanked. And it looks like there was a refract there. It is now 1v1 Imperial versus, I believe it's Pie Guy. Yes, it is Pie Guy. And Imperial will pick up Pie Guy, clutching out the round for Wisconsin, bringing it to, I believe, a 3v2 round score now at the end of the half.
2 attacking rounds, as I said in pregame, good enough. As long as you can keep it solid on the defense, you can definitely edge out at least a draw in this map. But that means this round is going to be crucial, because a 3-3 would definitely be more doable for the Wisconsin side than a 4-2.
Yeah, it looks like Wisconsin is going to opt to go with CCTV cash room now.
Yeah, we'll see. Bring the same lineup that they did previously. I would like to see a Bandit to, instead of just giving up that wall, and as they say it, love to see it from Echo. Hopefully, if they can take one of the thermite charges, that'll definitely solidify their spot in the round, as he'll only be able to get either cash wall or the logistics wall. So we'll see if they go with a similar setup as the castles.
Yeah,
Attackers need to
I'm
locate and
I'm
defuse as many
sorry.
bombs as they
It's
can.
it's been a very long day. We switched sides after 6th round, so we are still gonna have UMD go to cash room. I apologize for that. I was gonna say it didn't look like they switched sides there. That's on me. So UMD has lost 1 and 1-1 on this. Same with Wisconsin. So this is going to be as you were saying, 3-3 and 4-2 are definitely different. So if Wisconsin can get this round, that definitely puts them in a much better position at the end of the half.
Yeah, we'll see.
10
One
seconds.
thing I would like to see out of the side of Wisconsin for this last round is I don't believe they've been too efficient with their drone play. They haven't been able to really isolate those players on site in those late round situations, not able to call it back and really calm down and get those advantaged gunfights. Instead, they've managed to win some rounds through pure aim, which I respect, but it's stressing me out. It's just a lot.
Yeah, I mean, strategies are great, but once you get down to 2v2s, 1v2s, and below, that's where gunplay comes in handy. We are going to be 30 seconds in here, not seeing too much. Looks like Pi Guy's maybe going to watch out for a drop from Hatch in office. Not seeing too much action.
Yeah, it seems like he's really calling out that Wisconsin is clearing the same way every time, looking to try and get that early pick just on somebody who's not expecting it, but after they blow that bedroom wall, he's just going to back off and play a much more passive role.
Yeah, that's definitely the move, as Wisconsin does have operators shown out in bedroom, and looks like Pi Guy will light up and take out Crux again on the Zofia. Very big pick, as that's, as you said, taking out their soft breach early on.
It's a huge loss in utility to lose that early. Unfortunate for the side of Wisconsin. We'll see if they can pull it back. Playing off those new deployable shields, trying to get himself that advantage. He hops the wall and gets taken down by that Nomad. Good gunfight win by Akazi.
In the meantime, Huge will take out Imperial and is going to get pinned down at bar entrance. Looks like they will manage to get away safely. Or maybe, re-go for that peak. Nope. Akazi will pick up Huge, putting it back at a 3v3. Akazi with a double kill, doing very good this round so far.
Akazi has really picked it up these last few attack rounds. While we saw Wisconsin get stuffed out earlier, he's really been able to sort of put the team on his back on these last few.
Yeah, I mean, everyone playing very well, as we have. I'm just Bandit in cash room, trying to hold out that door. Only one really watching it. Looks like the Capital smoke will go down.
He has that C4 pre-ripped. He's given off a couple audio cues when he goes off of it, but I don't think the attackers really know that he's here. He might be able to get a frag or two if they just hop that shield without droning in.
Drone deployed.
Looks like they're trying to converge here. New Snatcher will throw down a goo mine, as looks like Wisconsin drops the diffuser in construction.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's 20 seconds left, looking like it's going to be a construction take, and that's where all the defenders' eyes are peeled. Bandit managed to get that first frag on Hydra and a two-piece on Akazi. Oh, looks like they traded, and it's all on BC on the Capitao. Look at those picks in the Legion. 8 seconds left. Gonna flash himself in, pop the shield, get gooed, and then get gunned down by Flamin. A good attempt by Wisconsin in the end, but they were just stuffed out with no utility really left and jumping into a crossfire.
Yeah, Flaming getting that last kill there. Closing out that half for UMD. 4-2. That's a very good margin there. Now we actually switch sides. So we will have UMD on attack for the first round of this series tonight. And we will have Wisconsin go on defense. What do you think? How do you think the play styles are going to differ here between the attack and defense for each team? The lineups are looking pretty similar, at least. mostly.
It seemed like they had, at least on the Wisconsin side, that they had a set idea of how they wanted to play the round out, and then they, no matter what happened, they always wanted to stick to that. So if we can maybe see some more adaptation, I would love that. But on defense, you can get away with things like that more than you can on attack. But if we can see the amount of,
Defenders, protect your bombs.
I don't know, a good way to put it, efficiency from the Maryland side on their attack, they may be able to close this out in just a couple more rounds.
Yeah, I mean, you know, being able to adapt to Siege is one definitely the hardest things, and it's good when teams, you know, switch up. And, you know, Wisconsin has been adapting. They learned from their first round attacking Armory and took that Hibana, and that definitely assisted them there with their push. You know, we do have different playstyles here. Imperial is going to pick up the Bandit, and looks like Wisconsin's actually going to opt to put a little more on the exterior wall than UMD opted for.
Yeah, well, ideally, you want to hold that as long as possible, even keep it closed, but obviously there are counterable ways. We'll see. The thing is, all those counterable ways involve a lot of team communication, so we'll see if the attacking side can really bring their strategy together and get that wall open.
Yeah, the vast majority of UMD is going to spawn kennels, so they're already up there. They're pushing pretty hard. Looks like Huge is going for, I would probably say, office. Looks like they're going to have their, you know, your common clear second floor. Noob Smashers are going to pick up Imperial on the Bandit. Looks like that might have, oh, that was from the Maverick.
Yeah, they're going for the Maverick trick. If you put those two lines on that single reinforcement, the way that you see the Maverick doing right here, it makes the middle of that soft, and then they can just shotgun it open from probably the Jackal or breaching charge from IQ or Twitch. Yeah, it looks like there'll be that Jackal shotgun to open that up. A really smart way to use that utility from the Maryland side.
It also granted them an early pick there, so that was definitely worth it. However, we'll have a Kazi having a very, very tight angle. Looks like maybe is going to get the pick onto Noob Smasher, putting it back at even. Will sim themselves up back to full.
Great shot, but now he's isolated and the attackers know where he is. If he can get another one or two, puts his team in a great spot to win, but otherwise he's boxed in for the rest of the round.
Huge, still clearing out that area, going for the flank. My guy just misses someone's feet in the drone hole.
Yeah, now that they have this wall opened up, it seems like they're going to try and isolate towards the garage side as Crux picks up another kill. I believe that was on the Maverick?
Yes, it was on the Maverick.
Yeah. Good pick by him. Akazi still holding the angle on that door and supported by the Jaeger from the garage door. Looking to clear out bar, see if anyone's pushing from that side.
Yeah, you know, Wisconsin now up an operator. Has the ability to go for that flank. Huge will hit a goo mine. Going to notify Wisconsin of their position. And it's going to get shot from the back. Possibly get taken out. No, still alive.
Oh.
Ooh.
Flaming managed to bail out Huge there. That was a gunfight he had no business winning, but Huge managing to pick up the frag. I believe that was on the Valkyrie playing up close to the door. He's on 1 HP. One goo mine's going to finish him off. Akazi managing to pick up another frag.
Hydra will get flashed. It's looking like a very close round. You know, you have one operator very low. Gumine will take out a Huge. As the plant will go down. Huge will go down. It is a 1v2. It is. Is he down?
Oh,
Akazi
yeah,
is
oh.
defusing. Yes, that will be. Looks like a win for. Yep, Wisconsin will pull out that round.
Yeah, it came really hectic there at the end with the attackers pushing in with a very limited amount of time left. But the defenders were able to pick up the kill, and the Jackal was on very low HP. Just one bullet would do, and then the Thermite left all alone, pinned on site after planting that bomb, so...
Yeah, I mean, for not even a bullet. When you have Legion in play and you get to low health, you have to watch, because one misstep and then, you know, you're down. And when you have 20 seconds left, that's very detrimental. That was very well played by both teams. It came down to the wire. A lot of kills in the last 30 seconds there. So far, most of these rounds, the vast majority of the kills have been very close to the end of the round or the plant phase. Very rarely have we seen some early picks. You know, we saw one or two this round. Early pick followed by a refrag probably 30, 40 seconds later. But besides that, most kills are in that last minute, half minute time period.
Yeah, to me it seems that both teams are very... They seem to want to sit back and wait for the others to come to them when they're on the defense. Which obviously, like, that's pretty much how you want to play this map with how anchor heavy it is. So we'll see if they're able to just redo that on the basement side.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Yeah, I mean, you know, as you're saying, most rounds we see, you know, 3 or 4 operators on each team chilling on site, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's perfectly fine. But that just leads to a lot of kills in the end of the round where, you know, if you have a lot of roamers, you're going to get kills throughout sporadically. But now it's all coming down to how you push the site and really how you adapt to that last second, the last second changes in your lineup due to various frags.
And it seems like with the triple hard breach brought from the Maryland side, they really want to make sure that their utility isn't tricked away. They want to make sure they're able to open everything, get all their sight lines for the execute, and then close it out. As you can see, them already starting to clear in that second floor.
Yeah, I mean, it is important to note that a lot of the defense on this basement side is pretty much almost identical to how UMD play. You know, you the 2 ADSs in blue, you put your smoke in blue. You know, it's pretty similar. These teams are going to know how to push each other now. As Crux is already going to push hard blue, and never mind, Crux is on defense. I am very tired, ladies and gentlemen. I am sorry about that.
It happens to the best of us.
Crux is going to sit on site and chill there as Noob Smasher looking to get that kitchen hatch once again.
Yeah, it seemed to me that Crux got droned in the garage and just bailed out. He didn't want to get pinched and picked early. The Hibana pellet's going off. We might be able to see that. Yep, the successful impact trick gets all but all but 2 of the pellets. Excuse me. So we'll see. The rest of the pellets getting shot off by that Lesion. Doesn't go for the second impact trick, and that may get. Yep, that's the kitchen hatch open. Very good utility usage by that Hibana, I believe, played by Noob Smasher.
Yep, Noob Smasher opening up that hatch as huge. We're gonna pick on a Crux, taking out the Jaeger. Early around, you know, his utility's already down. Not as detrimental as some other picks would be, but, you know, there are an operator down as Huge is putting a lot of pressure in tunnel.
I mean, forgive me for this terrible pun, but that is a huge pick. He's managed to already get that dirt control and isolate the backside of Armory. We might be looking at a kitchen drop here if the attackers can manage to stay alive, and as I say that, the Hibana gets shot up through the hatch by that dock.
Yeah, Hydra picking up Noob Smasher. That's definitely gonna be a good kill, but, you know, Noob Smasher, you know, did their job already. Open up that hatch, putting pressure on. It is currently 4v4 in terms of operators with 40 seconds left. As we're saying, you know, a lot of anchoring. This is gonna get down to the wire.
Yeah, I don't want to be too blunt, but there we go. Thank you. From the IQ, that Lesion in that dock in the backside of Armory with their dirt rotate cut off. Those are free kills. If she just takes those 2 breaching charges, put them on the floor, they have nowhere to hide. They'll have to either frag out or die. Jackal managing to secure that blue control. Looks like he's going to get a pick on Imperial. And it's down to a 4v2 for the attackers. High Guy gets last pick.
And Huge will take up BC for the round win for UMD. That was definitely very solid attack. You know, as you're saying, they did get some of their operators picked off early, but that was, you know, when Noob Smasher got picked off, they already did their job by opening that hatch. So the pick wasn't as detrimental. It didn't have as much impact as some other picks were. And UMD did very well at adapting to their lost operators when that happened.
Yeah, it seemed like once that kitchen hatch went... once they managed to blow that kitchen hatch, they couldn't really recover from that. You had the Jackal and the Dock already pinned in the back sight, and by the time they were able to make that rotate to get them out towards the hallway, the IQ had the angle from above, so they were just trapped in there. And then the remaining 2 defenders that could actually move around, they weren't able to hold all the other sides of the map that they needed to. an unlucky round, but if they can still bring this back, this game is still winnable,
Attackers need to
or
locate
at least
and defuse
tiable.
bombs.
I mean, they are going to be back on Armory. They're going to be watching and learning from what happened last time. Maybe play a little bit more safe. They're not taking Legion. Instead, they're going to take Valkyrie. And, that's going to give them more intel. With 3 black eye cameras, that's, they can now watch kitchen, watch more stairs than they could before.
Yeah. I am personally confused on what this Doc pick really does for them. He's a decent fragging operator, but I feel like when they have the Echo to solidify that niche of the good gun with the ACOG to hold those long angles, they could have gone with something like a Legion, another info-getting operator like the Mira. But obviously, we'll see if Wisconsin can use that Doc to prove me wrong.
Yeah, I mean, Doc is definitely a very frag heavy op. You have the ability to pretty much sustain yourself. You pretty much have 200 and 220? Yeah, 220 hit points with the 3 stems. If my math proves me correct, then that's pretty powerful, especially when you're a 3 armor already. That's some pretty high sustainability, and that helps you a lot in rounds where it's prolonged. But when you have a lot of action in that small amount of time, that utility isn't used as much necessarily. Of course, you can boost you and your allies, and that will help. But we haven't seen that really come into play yet.
Yeah, it seems like with all the action here at the end of the round, if they were maybe taking those gunfights but surviving, I would like to see the Doc pick more. But it seems like they're just waiting, and there aren't people getting tagged up in those encounters as much as they are just getting fragged. But we do have Crux here on the Jaeger. He's managed to sneak in, I think, behind the entire team. He gets a free pick on that Jackal.
Yeah, it's going to be a big
Beautiful
pick because their roam clear's out. Now Crux isn't... We're going to have to worry about being found. Someone is trying to peek. Ooh, Crux will take out Pie Guy, putting it already at a 3v5 in favor of Wisconsin. Definitely 2 very good early roam picks for Crux.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play. With the IQ, obviously, solo peeking that is dangerous. If you believe in yourself, you can get the pick, but I would have liked to see him wait for his teammates, sort of box the Jaeger in garage and try to get a crossfire on him. Cabana using her pellets to open the soft floor above the stairs. Interesting play, but if you have the utility, just use it, I guess. C4 managed to pick her off, though, from that kitchen. And it's a 5v2 in favor of the defense.
BC with a fairly saucy C4 from below. I don't think Huge knows that there's someone right below in that oil room. Crux waiting out, knows someone is right there. I think they might be aware of each other now. His shots are going to get fired. Yep, Huge is lucking. Probably taking the smart move and pushing blue.
Yeah, he doesn't have the utility to beat that Jaeger at that close range. He has no flashes. So he looks like he's going to just give it up entirely, push down blue. Thermite exchanging sight shots with those Doc, played by Hydra. Maverick, crouch walking in, getting that flank. Good pick on the Doc. Echo in blue. Or in dirt, excuse me. They exchange shots, no one goes down yet. 15 seconds left in the round. As it comes down, flank from the Jaeger from behind. Thermite picks him up, and yeah, that was the Valkyrie to get the final kill on him.
Yeah, what really hurt them there was those 2 early picks in garage. That being 3 versus 5 that early in the round really puts a dent in whatever you're planning. So that that definitely hurt UMD there, bringing Wisconsin 1 round closer to tying this up here.
Yeah, that was a huge pick by that Jaeger. Crux has been playing really well this entire map, and we're coming down to the wire here on this game. 5-4, it seems like anyone could take this. All the rounds have been really back and forth. Very interesting game so far.
Yeah, this is a fairly even match. We will go back to CCTV Cash Room, which Wisconsin has had, some on and off luck with that. Both teams really have just been winning and losing their defenses and attacks on that site this entire session tonight. So I don't know. This could go either way. Wisconsin pretty much needs to win this round though, if they want to tie this up. Because I believe if UMD wins this round, they win the map.
I believe it's 7, but
you're right. It is 7.
Since we have no overtimes, this would be a tie, and with the way our format works, that would make it impossible for either team to get the full 3 points for this week. So, a very crucial round here for the defenders.
You know, but hey, if you're Wisconsin and you're new to Invite League, tying against pretty well established team like UMD, that's the move right there. Because you know you're playing against a team that's been in Invite League, has played these Invite League teams, and you tied them,
5 seconds remaining.
and that's good. It is important to note that this is Wisconsin's
Attackers are
map,
moving out to locate a bomb
so
and defuse it.
you would expect them to feel the most comfortable in this. And when we go to Coastline after this, UMD would be a little more strong suited, as that is their pick and their map.
Yeah, we'll see a little bit of site reconstruction done by the Mute, I believe played by Imperial, and Akazi, the Doc. We've seen a Doc brought on most cash rounds, probably going to hold down that garage side as he calls for the rotate to be made. Yeah, there we go. He did a lot of work on their last cash round, managing to get those 2 picks and make it so the attackers didn't have garage control. If you can't take garage control when you're attacking CC, it just makes you walk through that breach hole into the CCTV room itself, you can just get crossfired from both sides, as we saw, I believe it was 3 rounds ago, the IQ getting fragged by, I think it was still Akazi.
Yeah. UMD is going to have their Maverick try to do the same trick as last time. Might get some luck here, however, it looks like Wisconsin is trying to position someone to get a pick.
Yeah, Wisconsin may be trying to challenge. No, I don't think they're trying to challenge the Maverick through the hole, I believe. Oh, Kazi's looking up top, but he's underneath. So they will probably be able to get that wall open, no problem. But Crux gets the first pick on Huge, that Jackal. Crux getting the first pick 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, Crux has been doing very well on that Roman. However, may possibly get picked off here. Good exchange of fire. We'll put down a 50 HP against Noob Smasher. Opting to fall back as Noob pushes pretty hard.
Yeah, we see bar control retaken. I didn't see exactly where that Jaeger managed to get off to. But, you know, he's spooked them enough. That IQ is going to be back here for a decent portion of the round, trying to just hunt that Jaeger down, because they know he's there somewhere, and without the Jackal to get those pings, it's a lot harder for them to track him down.
Crux
he
opted to take a safe route back.
Escape.
Gets stemmed by Akazi, and keep their numbers up.
That's the first time I think we've seen that Doc really come into play, at least when it comes to healing his teammates up. Crux really happy for that pick now. As we've seen throughout, it's been a trend for this map between these 2 teams. It's looking like it's going to be a construction push down in the final seconds. BC trying to prep that Nitro through the hole while looking through his camera. Might be able to get a nice pick here. Goes, challenges the angle, falls back off. And we'll see. They didn't even manage to get that CC wall open, so it's all 4 stacked up in here, but Noob Smasher might be dropping for the flank.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh. Echo will pick up a double kill, actually. Is now 3v2 with Echo on a triple kill. Looks like we'll get a quad kill. Possibly the ace here? Oh, gets the...
You have run out
What
of
a
time.
play by Crux! Manages to stop the defuse in the final seconds! The Maverick ran out of ammo in his pistol, and Crux made the incredibly intelligent play to stop the plant right there. What a clutch! I believe that might have been not an ace because the Maverick stayed alive, but that was a 4K from Crux, really putting the team on his back.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that was very close. Very close round there. Came down to the wire. You know, that's what they needed. There's very good chance this map is going to be a tie. And, you know, that's fine. That means the teams are very close and that our next map on Coastline is going to be even more intense than this one, hopefully.
Yeah,
This has been a pretty exciting game.
It's been a very exciting game. I think it's going to come down to this gym defense, as this is the site that the attackers have the best chance on, just looking at it by a purely statistical basis. However, we've seen a lot of crazy things this map, so I'm excited to see what both teams bring.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very critical round, as this can pretty much swing it either way. Whoever wins this is one point away from emerging victorious, or possibly tying. And
Bomb located
this is a
by
very
attackers.
shaky site. You know, this goes back and forth. It's same with Cash. Looks like Wisconsin's going to go for a fairly common strategy of fortifying Cash room and pretty much extending the range of where your site is, so to speak.
Yeah.
10
Once
seconds remaining.
you're able to take construction as the attacking team, and you can extend that control into logistics or office, I believe it's called,
Attackers objective is
with that with the hatch that's above, it makes it a lot harder to lock down that site in the end. But with this extended roam into the cache, you just try to waste as much time as you can on that clear, so that when the attackers are rushing in with 20 seconds, it's still around a 4v4, 3v3, and you're still able to close out that round.
Yeah, looks like they see the strategy. Looks like they're most likely going to try to clear out Cash, as that's going to allow them to really push forward, pinch in, especially opening up this western wall on this balcony. That's going to allow them to cut off rotations from office and, you know, really kind of corner them in sight.
Getting the jacuzzi wall that early is huge, and I believe with the bathroom wall completely soft, the Echo just wants to hide in there, but I believe he's might have been droned?
attackers have located
He's
a bomb.
that Echo's trapped in there, but they're not electing not to use the thermite charge. Oh, they're using the thermite charge on the other wall. Okay. With bathroom control this early, that is huge for the attackers.
Yeah, I mean, they pushed in uncontested. Looks like Akazi's going to have to move a little bit. Might be able to get a pick off of feet here under that castle barricade.
Yeah,
Not-
being,
Not
Oh.
looking too good for Wisconsin here. They're getting pushed out of bathroom early, as he said.
being able to secure the bathroom and the jacuzzi wall this early in the round means that your entire roam is negated. But as I say that, picks going either way. I believe that's a 3v3 now. Pie Guy managed to chime in with his own two-piece. Exchanging shots with the thermite. Gets fragged out. 3v2 in favor of the attackers.
Yeah, Kazi going down to huge. UMD has, you know, it can go either way. Looks like BC might actually be trapped off a site with that castle barricade. Gonna have to vault into a workshop if the diffuser is going down. However, from Flamin, Crux trying to get it will get damaged from the window, and it actually picks up Flamin, put in a 2v2. Pie Guy will get BC. It is all down to Crux to get this win for his team.
Anyone can win this, it's Crux. Man has been going huge in the round. It's 1v1. That nade sails over. Doesn't seem like it's going to get the pick. There's 30 seconds left in the 1v1 between Pie Guy and Crux. And Crux manages to take it. This man is unstoppable.
Yeah, Crux definitely played it very well. Noticing that I don't even know what it is. Bookshelf, wardrobe, whatever that object is. That
It's a
object
mattress
is
on
not.
something. I have no idea.
Yeah, that object he's sitting on is not penetrable, so that pretty much blocked off any view from the window, and you know, decided to take out diffuser and really coordinating well with other teammate that was alive. That was very well played. Wisconsin did a very good job at pulling them off. You know, same with UMD. They actually got a lot of site control really fast and really forced Wisconsin to win the gunfights in order to win that. Wisconsin really was losing early. If they want to win, they had to pull out the gunfights, which they did. And very good for them on that.
Yeah, that was... If you lose that much map control early and still manage to win, you got some crazy aim. That was very impressive by Crux.
Yeah, I mean, they held when they needed to, and that's really the key is knowing when to hold and when to push. And that's really what separates a good player from a great player, is knowing I could push now, but there's a more opportune time to push. And that's really what happened there. Was Wisconsin, with only 2 operators left, really knew when to push and when to kind of reserve and not force the kills.
Looks like they're going down to basement for their final defense. And on this map point, going the full 12 rounds, I think they could very easily complete their 5-round comeback.
10 seconds to insertion.
They definitely could. I mean, one big component of Siege, especially in long games like this, is momentum. And winning a round
Attackers
such
are
as
moving out to
that,
locate
where
a
you
bomb and
have,
defuse it.
when you're coming back from a deficit and then clutching out a round, that's very good for morale for your team and detriment to other team. And so you get once you get momentum, that really helps your team roll and really finish out the map. So, as you said, this is the last round. It's either going to be a tie or a win. UMD cannot win this map. They have to tie this out here.
Yeah, and I know if I'm playing up 5-2 and then losing 4 rounds in a row, I'm already on tilt. Maryland side can really lock themselves together, play this round out with the efficiency that they were playing out their defensive rounds, it's absolutely tieable. But we'll see if they can manage to do that.
Yeah, looks like they're going for your standard push, clearing out bar. Looking to go for that bar hatch and that kitchen hatch. Same with very similar hold. Really, we've seen pretty much the same thing on this half pretty much the entire time, with the exception of now they're going to opt to use Maverick to open up that hatch.
Yeah, it's been a pretty standard clears from both teams. Just Mavericking open that hatch. Gonna peer down. I believe that's the Jaeger on the other side of those. I don't even know what those are. Just oh, it's the Legion, my mistake. But yeah, just behind those server boxes, power boxes, I don't even know. But Legion gonna anchor down that side with his goo mines. It's a very, very reserved hold. There's no roamers to really try and slow them down. It's all coming down to really forcing the attackers to peek into your guns and give you the advantage. Pyguy managing to take down the Valkyrie. I don't know where he was playing. I believe he was on the Roam.
Yeah, that's going to clear up kitchen for them, allowing them to open up that
Bomb has
hatch
been located.
in kitchen. Looks like they're actually going to opt to also open up the floor, as Echo will pick up Crux. That Jackal chilling right there next to Church. Will hit a goo as Imperial takes down Pyguy, putting it a 4v3. Looks like UMD has a chance to tie up this map. Still 45 seconds to go.
It's a 4v3, and they still have the long angles held by the Rook and the Echo. But Legion is isolated towards that Church side, so if the attackers switch their focus, it's going to be all on the shoulders of Hydra to really pull that together. Looks like Echo holding this long angle. They got a spot, I believe, on the Legion. Or it might be the Rook, by mistake, in back armory. Flash down by the Maverick, managed to get that huge pick on the Echo. 4v2, and that's Hydra gone. It's all on the Rook, and Huge finishes it out.
UMD is going to tie up the map there, finishing up that half, the second half of that map. If I was Wisconsin right now, I would not count that as a loss. I would be considering that a win, because you just came up against an invite team, as someone new to invite, and you tied a map, and also that was a good comeback. So now we're going into Coastline, our second
Coastline.
map. It was Maryland's pick, and how do you think this is going to be played compared to, I don't know, Clubhouse?
This may be Maryland's pick, if I remember correctly, but
It is Maryland's pick, yes.
I am personally a fan of Wisconsin. If they can bring the same coordination and synergy that they brought in Clubhouse, even though they are attacking first, I think they could definitely take this map too. But that is something that we will talk about after this brief intermission, I'm being told.
Mm-hmm. We'll be right back with Wisconsin versus Maryland on Clubhouse. Maryland's pick on attack. We'll be right back in a few minutes. Stay tuned.
All right. So it looks like getting back into the map 2 on the coastline, I believe Wisconsin is on the attack again this time. But however, this is a lot more attacker-sided, a lot more even of a map.
Maryland is actually going to take attack first.
Oh,
Sorry to correct you there, but Maryland. This is Maryland's pick. They opted to go on attack first. This is a map that I don't know if this is attacker side or defender side because a lot of sites can go either way depending on how you play it and how the defenders play it. Some sites are more versatile than others here. I feel like this is going to be another long, close game. Based on how the last map went, at the start it looked like UMD might pull ahead, but they brought it back. However, this is UMD's map. So what do you expect to see from both these teams coming into these next two halves?
We saw it was very even on the Wisconsin map. So if I had to pick, I would say UMD can take this one pretty comfortably unless Wisconsin surprises us. But obviously Wisconsin as a newer team, taking the one draw, I'd be happy with that personally. I'm excited to see Coastline as it's a much more fluid map because there's a lot less anchor play. Honestly, the polar opposite to Clubhouse if I had to pick one. So we'll see how this ends up playing out.
This is definitely an interesting map because you have a lot more roam potential, and at the same time you still have a lot of anchor potential. And this map hasn't really been touched since it was released a while ago. So teams have pretty much set in stone on how they attack and defend this. You do have ops like Goyo who switch up how you can play it, like how you set up site. So that's with that, we are going to go into Coastline. Besides the fact that Goyo is banned currently because hasn't been in the game long enough, so we won't see any Goyo. But this is pretty versatile. Who do you expect to see from this first ban here? For this first ban set.
Well, we didn't see a hard breacher last time, but we definitely, in my opinion, won't see a hard breacher this time. This is probably the one map you can get away without bringing it, just in your default setup. So I'd expect to see more, not necessarily, I don't know how to put it, but different types of utility, like getting rid of things like the Dokkaebi, the Jackal, even a Monty ban again.
Monty ban is probably the first one.
Or Buck, okay.
Buck ban, yes.
Trying to limit the amount of vertical play that the attackers can bring. Both second floor sites, both the main rooms have soft floors. So this to me indicates that UMD really wants to play, instead of going downstairs as much, they want to play through Penthouse and they want to play through Hookah.
Mm.
And then Jackal ban, another standard oppressive operator. See those all the time. And the Echo.
Very quick ban from Wisconsin, pretty much immediately deciding to ban Echo. Echo's a pretty standard pick. I'd say a lot of teams ban Echo just because he's so strong. Especially because last game, most rounds were down to the last 20, 30 seconds. And Echo is the strongest in those last 20, 30 seconds when you have people frantically trying to plant the diffuser.
I'm expecting the final Mira ban here. Could see a Maestro. We saw that last map. We'll see what UMD really pulls out. And it is going to be Maestro. Okay. That's an interesting pick.
I wouldn't have expected UMD. Personally, at least, I feel like Mira is great for one side on this map, and that's Penthouse Theater. And when you're defending first, that's something you want to take, especially when you're playing 6 rounds on defense. That's a lot of time to be able to get that. And we are going to see a flex pick here going to the kitchen service entrance. Do you think this is going to throw off Wisconsin, the fact that we're not going a meta first pick in air quotes, because usually people go Penthouse or Hookah first?
Yeah, normally Penthouse and Hookah are the most popular sites on this map, especially Penthouse being so with Mira up. But I would say this is the one map where you can play any site and still find a reasonable degree of success. It's a very fluid map where there isn't that one site that everyone just avoids like the plague. But with this kitchen, with the lineup they're bringing, looks like they're going to try and bring maybe an extended roam to try and keep themselves safe with those castle barricades.
Yeah, I'd say definitely Blue Bar is definitely the least popular bomb site, but it's definitely very defendable, as you said. Every site is good here, and as someone starting on defense, that's good because now you have the ability to toss around, get some little bit of a shake up here. That's what they're doing here.
Yeah, kitchen is still a very powerful bomb site, but when you lose that Maestro, Maestro and Echo both make this site, in my opinion, the best to defend. When you can put those Maestro cams up to look at that long angle in the kitchen or that long angle by the service hallway, the Mira does a decent job of it, but we'll see if they're able to use both of those. Especially, and keep that Mira safe from that Twitch drone, because there's no info denial with Mira the Mozzie.
Yeah, Noob Smasher opting to put, your fairly common mirrors windows down. Pioneer's going to be able to luck in the main lobby, while, Noob Smasher is going to be able to luck down that service entrance. Definitely a very strong anchor hold here.
I'm interested to see where those castle barricades went, if they went to the top floor or not. Because right now, it doesn't... Oh, okay, over here by the blue bar. So it is looking like an extended-ish roam setup towards both of the double bars. Yeah, with those castles in Sunrise and blue.
Yeah, as you said, looks like they're really trying to just extend their site, make it harder for Wisconsin to get mad.
However, a quick pick from Akazi on that Jaeger. Looks like he fragged him over in VIP side, I believe. Yeah, nice punch hole. Getting the frag around 90. One thing I do want to hit on is the fact that this is a site that involves a lot of vertical play. And while they don't have a sledge, they do have the shotgun from the Gridlock, which is going to start making those holes. And breaching charges on, I definitely saw the Twitch, maybe the Zofia as well. But the thing with vertical play is you get C4'd through the floor. That was a really good pick by Noob Smasher.
Yeah, Hydro, is going to go down to that C4 as you're saying, vertical play is going to happen. Akazi will take up Pie Guy, putting it in favor of Wisconsin now. They do have a good hold. Ooh, looks like they're also going to take down Noob Smasher too with BC on the Gridlock. Looking fairly good for Wisconsin here.
Yeah, Wisconsin's playing very efficiently. They've wasted no time. They still have a minute left in the round, only 2 anchors to find. Or I believe that castle was over around the bar side, but we'll see. He's playing around the kitchen service. It's okay. But these attackers seem terrified. Doc's getting droned out. He's pinned over in service hallway. Takes the fight with the Twitch. Both tagging each other. Not able to find the shots through the wall from Crux. Both sides still taking fights. There's 30 seconds left in the round. Twitch droning out, trying to see if they can isolate that Doc over in that service hallway. Somebody rotating around to the door behind him. And he's just getting spammed through the wall. This is terrifying. 20 seconds left.
Very good at keeping them at bay. It's going to get pushed. We'll actually take down Crux, but we'll get picked from behind. Is all up. I mean, I can tell if he got that first pick, but
I think he downed one.
Definitely pick him down.
Yeah, downed one and then tried to swing on the Zofia, but wasn't able to win that gunfight. UMP, it's a decent weapon, but its fire rate is real slow. But
yeah, that was actually very good for Wisconsin because Buck was banned by UMD exactly to prevent what happened, and Wisconsin adapted very well, brought multiple shotguns and breach charges, and they played vertically as they should on kitchen.
For how vertical that site is, I would have really liked to see, instead of the Doc playing downstairs by the service entrance, maybe send him upstairs, support the Jaeger a bit. And especially with that Jaeger getting picked early, obviously not what we want to see. I believe it was played by Flamin last round as well. Hopefully he can have a little bit more impact this round, but they're switching up the site completely, going over to Hookah. Arguably the best site in the map, but that remains to be seen.
Yeah, looks like they're going for very standard lineup. Looks like
Attackers need to
Wisconsin is
locate
also
and defuse
taking
bombs.
pretty much a similar lineup to last round. You know, it worked once, might as well work again. This is kind of like Kitchen, but upside down in terms of instead of having to take first floor and shoot from above to below, it's very beneficial for a team to take control of Blue Bar and Sunrise Bar, the double bars. And once you have that, you can, you know, push someone out from hookah and clear your way for it.
I would have liked to see the sledge brought, not only for
Bomb
the vertical
located by
play
attackers.
if they went
10
kitchen
seconds
again,
left.
and for the frag grenades that you can throw down through those little vents from
5
upstairs.
seconds remaining.
But with this lineup, it signifies that we might see a
Attackers' objective is to
VIP
defuse the bomb.
take to try and open up
Attackers
sight lines by the
has
Habana.
been dropped.
I'll look behind that bar over by poolside.
Yeah, I mean, Clubhouse is arguably one of my favorite maps to cast, just because it's versatile and like I personally don't think it gets very stale. You know, you see people just going to pretty much any site, doing whatever they think works. You know, as we have Flaming here, chilling out in that courtyard, might get picked off from roof. I don't think there's really anyone to contest him in that though.
This man has balls of steel. He's sitting out there exposed from every angle. Just aiming up there. But it looked like he would fall back towards the end. Oh, an early pick from Akazi on that Zofia. Old peek by the dock. Didn't see Akazi laying down there.
Kazi already getting decent side control. Knows there's someone coming from that hallway.
That's
Go. It's gonna fall
real
back.
quick aqua control, and they've managed to establish sightlines on luggage as well. So this Vigil is going to have to win a couple gunfights to even try to work towards aqua. Looks like he's going to bail out though. Start heading towards the theater side of things. They're prepping for an execute already with that gridlock.
My guy is
First
gonna
smoke.
place the smoke. Not gonna go off. Gonna have to go around, use that shotgun to try to get. Ooh, looks like they will go down. High guy manages to smoke out Imperial. The diffuser is now down in an opportune position as Crux will pick up Noob Smasher.
Covered the bomb.
Wisconsin is still in the lead. They have control of hookah.
Wisconsin has swarmed the site. BC getting smoked through the wall. Crux doesn't seem to know that the smoke's behind, but turns, looks for him. BC able to pick up the smoke before he can, though. Shot in the back by, I believe, the Legion on the staircase? Or no, that's the Jaeger. It's 2v3, bomb going down in default over by that pool side.
Attackers are active.
Akazi firing shots towards Hookah, and bomb finally goes down as the attackers back off for that post plant.
Attackers
Hydra
need
is
to
gonna
protect
take some
the
shots
diffuser.
and will get down. I believe it's now 2v2.
Oh, and
Echo.
Echo went huge! The round is over. Oh my lord.
Yeah, definitely a good retake there from UMD. Gonna get them the first round win on
Defenders
this map.
disabled the bomb.
First round win on the TAF too.
Defenders
Going for a little run out there, below the victory lap. That was definitely a very hectic retake. When they managed to come away with it, they got the kills when they needed to. Definitely props to their smoke for delaying that plant enough for their roamers to get back and set up a position. That was the key play right there, was that smoke delaying that plant just a couple of seconds in order for, you know, UMD to reset and push. And that was pretty big.
It's not even that he straight up stopped it the first time when they used all their smokes. It was really well played. It seemed like Wisconsin was caught off by that trick that you can use that smoke canister in the corner to smoke through the wall and damage the person planting default. I would have liked to see maybe try for a different plant spot, but that's also dangerous with people playing from below. So, looks like Wisconsin couldn't really calm down and bring themselves together. They did get bombed down eventually, but that's when Echo went huge, hitting that 3-piece with the Vigil.
Yeah, we will see UMD go to Penthouse Theater again, taking that classic Mira. Definitely, most likely, going to put them unreinforced on the theater walls, looking into Penthouse. That's your most common strategy here. It gives you a lot of site control and lowers the number of people you need in Penthouse. Sorry, and that really allows you to diversify where you put your other operators.
Yeah. Playing in that Penthouse side is terrifying, as an attacker on Repel can isolate you with so many different things. Zofia concussions, flashbangs, grenade, Capital fire arrows. But with those Miras, it allows you to play a lot more passively with a huge advantage. So
5 seconds to go.
it basically makes that site so much more playable than it normally is. Looks like we're gonna see Echo put a cam outside.
Defender is approaching.
It's an interesting spot. I don't think I've seen that one before. There is the IQ brought, so I don't know how long that's going to stay alive. Oh, he's going for the run out.
Just a run out cam. Yep, as Echo will take down. Did not see who it was. It was
A
there's
Cosme, I
Zofia, but
believe.
we'll get the refrag. Hydra picking up that run out early on.
Yeah, really bold play. I mean, he traded about equal utility, I'd say. That C4 from the Valkyrie was really nice, but the soft breach from Akazi is also really nice. I think it matters less though because of the sledge they brought this time. Those concussion mines could have come in handy though for the execute when it comes down to it.
Crux pushing into hookah, looking down. Not seeing anyone, but Pie Guy is chilling out in Aquarium. Will get droned out.
Oh, they know exactly where he is. Crux is going to start looking for this frag, but I believe there's someone on his flank in VIP. And just take down the Rook and stay safe. The Jaeger might have been deeper in VIP than I thought. Now he's challenging Crux. And just to take him down. Flame in with that nice refrag, even if it was a little bit delayed.
Yeah, refrag after refrag. This is neck and neck with a minute 45 left. Imperial chilling out on hookah. Knows that someone is in VIP, so that's good. That's going to be powerful. That knowledge and knowing where some of the defenders are is going to help them out just a little bit here when they need it.
Yeah, they're going to want to start pushing in. I think Huge is going to be a very big part of this run. With no one to drone him out from underneath, he's going to be there. Just I don't think they have any idea that he's down there, and he's there to deny the plant when it finally comes down to it if they go for that penthouse execute. Looks like BC is going to try and nade that Jaeger in the corner. There might be an ADS to catch that. Oh, but nope, the nade downs him, and another one sends out. And takes out the Jaeger. Very efficient clear here from Wisconsin.
However, Huge is going to pick up one of Wisconsin players and is going to follow them around, trying to call out to the remaining Mira, hey, someone is here, watch out. They know that they're pushing VIP. C4 will go out, will miss. Huge is going to have to force rotate up as they're pushing in heavily into Penthouse.
Yeah, I think Huge got a little bit antsy there. If he could have waited for the call for the plant, because both the Miras are still up, I think that would have been a much better play. It looks like Huge still managing to pick from, after rotating up the stairs, the plant is going down from Hydra, but it's stopped by Noob Smasher with that push up. Now it's just the sledge with 15 seconds left.
Recovered the diffuser.
Rotating back around, looks like he's going to walk through the breach hole, take shots with the SMG-11, and the round is closed out by Noob Smasher. Great play by UMD to clutch that one up.
Yeah, UMD once again shown their capabilities to really just hold down the fort once they have two operators left. You know, Noob Smasher did very good holding on, not pushing until they needed to. That allowed, you know, the Pulse to come upstairs. Huge, you know, definitely helped play a part in that hold there. So we are going to see UMD go back to Kitchen. They won the previous two rounds. Those sites are now locked out, at least until this round. Do you think Wisconsin will take this again, or do you think that UMD is going to adapt and try to prevent that from happening?
It looks like they're already... They've changed up their lineup a decent amount. Still bring the Castle, Doc, and Mira, but that Pulse playing underneath puts pressure back on the attackers who are trying to establish sightlines from above. And the Rook, I would like to see the Rook and the Doc both go upstairs while the Pulse gives them information the best he can. But we'll see how they play it out.
No, I mean, 100%. That Pulse is definitely an adaptation to the fact that so much site control is taken. Now you have another C4 and pretty much the ability to see where the attackers are. You can now maybe get 1, 2, maybe 3 if you're lucky picks from one C4 if it's placed in time correctly. You know, which is hard to do when you have moving targets and you can't have your heart sensor out with you. Or it takes a lot of skill, but can be very detrimental to Wisconsin if they get that off.
Yeah, just a lot of it depends on how clean Huge's comms are, being able to let his teammates know exactly where they are. So another big responsibility on him. Looks like just another default spawning that main entrance, and probably going to go upstairs, if I had to guess, and start establishing that vertical pressure once more.
It is good to note that IQ is being played by Imperial, so that is going to counter huge. They might be able to get a pick off just from using that electronics detector through the floor. Maybe try to get Pulse when he's on his heart sensor.
I do already like... Oh, this adaptation with a mirror window upstairs. I am a big fan of that. I did not notice that in the prep phase. But yeah, that means they intend to fight hard for this upstairs control. A lot of this round is on Echo to see if how long he can hold up there. I don't think he's going to be making it out of that one alone. Oh, well, man just dropped. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they saw Wisconsin, or UMD saw that Wisconsin really pushed initially from that spot first. So that's definitely a counter to how they played the previous round on Kitchen. So, you know, UMD is definitely adapting here, trying to figure out how can we win this site now.
Yeah, I do really like the mirror window upstairs. It was a little bit of an interesting play from the Doc to drop hatch and then rotate back to where he was. But, you know, it all works. He's still alive. And it seems like Wisconsin is switching their take over to Bar, where this time their first point of contention is going to be that castle. And the castle's gone. But we'll see if the operator itself can slow them down.
Oh? Nope, never mind. So, a big component of that mirror window was not necessarily getting kills, but the fact that Wisconsin now had to switch where they're attacking from, which, as you saw, they're just now gaining map control with only 1 minute and 5 seconds left in the round. That's pretty big, the fact that they managed to blow that much time.
It looks like Akazi gonna get that first pick on that Pulse. That is a huge pick. Manages to deny that C4 early, and the castle getting stuffed out. That's all of their roam pressure gone. But as I say, that
Echo will pick up Hydra.
chimes in with that frag.
Wisconsin is
Gunfight.
pushing up. Like, I will take out Crux. It is now a 3v3. It could be anyone's game. Looks like Imperial is going to pick up Echo, putting it a 2v3 in favor of Wisconsin. Wisconsin might actually take this once again.
Yeah, for the first time, it seems like the aggression of, as Wisconsin closes out the round, it seems like the aggression that the Anchors are playing with when they're down in these man situations was finally punished. Akazi managed to catch that Mira as he was pushing up, and I believe it was Imperial on the IQ manages to flank the flanker and get behind that Doc.
Yeah, we will see UMD go back to Hookah Billiards. Last time we went here, it was pretty hectic. There are two rounds left in this half, so we can easily see a Hookah win by UMD followed by a Penthouse win by UMD, and that would be pretty big, putting them up 2 round points in the half. I could also see this tying. It's such a close game. It's literally it's tied on one map and now tied almost halfway through this map.
Yeah, both teams are playing very well. The adaptation to bring the Cappy Tau on this attack, I'm a big fan of. It seems like the idea is to get the smokes down and then maybe firebolt behind the bar to prevent the smoke from denying the plant. But we'll see if they can manage to... Honestly, they should have won that first Hookah round, the side of the Wisconsin, because that smoke had an absolutely insane play, taking nothing away from him. But if they can manage to gain that Aqua and luggage control that quickly and go for an execute, I'd say 9 times out of 10 they lock that down. It's like, Layman's bringing the castle this time to maybe play, I think, an extended Aqua hold? Yeah, with that rotate on the side. So, looks like after losing Aqua control that quickly, they intend to fight for it this time.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb.
Yeah, although they Wisconsin is bringing out the Capital, I'm happy that Greylock's getting some play because I know a lot of the games I casted last season, she really wasn't played too much all around, both in pro league and college. I don't know if my statistics are terribly up to date. Besides the fact that, Capital just got down very early in the round. It's nice to see teams pick up operators as they're available in the league. With that, we already have, as you were saying, a pretty quick Aquarium push.
I know. As a quick side note with that gridlock thing, she really excels in maps that are linear. As the Rook picks up, or no, that's Valkyrie. Excuse me, gets another pick underneath Aqua. But Coastline is a pretty linear map, along with Cafe, its counterpart. Oh, they're gonna try and go for the Nitro Cell down here. The Kazi managed to get a pick.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Looks like
They're trying to double team these C4s. They have 2 C4s down there.
yeah, really
Oh, they
trying
are
to line it
going
up.
for plant.
Yeah, they've already taken site control going. The Nitro Cell from underneath gonna stop that.
Attackers
But,
are
oh no, it
active.
killed someone who wasn't the diffuser. The bomb's gonna go down.
A bomb has
Seems
been
like the
located.
defenders had no idea. But it's a 4v1 from a Kazi. He's off site. Gooed up and finished by that Valkyrie. Played by Echo. And another diffuser going down and another win by the defense.
Kazi did manage to pick up a double kill before being picked off. UMD definitely playing that round very starkly more efficiently than the first time they went to Hookah. They didn't let, as you said, they really lost Aqua so fast that first round that now that they adapted, that didn't happen so much. So really, now that we're back on Penthouse, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think we're going to see a tied game going into the half, or do you think we're going to see UMD pull out 4-2?
I'm expecting the 4-2 just from how well UMD has been able to adapt between their rounds. Sure, between they lost both kitchen rounds, but the second kitchen round I think was played very well with the adaptations of sending the person upstairs. So if UMD continues this trend of adapting from site to site, I believe that they'll be able to take a pretty strong lead in this half.
I mean, Wisconsin's also doing their fair share, switching it up, also opting to pick up the Thatcher this time and the Twitch. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to push VIP here and really try to open up that back wall this time, more so than they did previously.
Yeah, we'll see. The VIP control was also taken very quickly with those. The only thing is, the VIP control was taken very efficiently with the use of those frag grenades, which none of the operators on the side of Wisconsin have. So if Flamin on that Jaeger can stay safe in there, he should be able to, pick up a lot more map pressure for the defense.
Yeah, I mean, looks like they're doing a similar hold. I mean, why not? It worked last time. It can work again. They are, I believe, Mozzie was not taking last time they were on Penthouse.
Yeah,
I might be
last
wrong
time,
with that.
I believe it was the Valkyrie.
Yes.
So
I actually think this is the first time you're pulling out Mozzie on this map. I know Mozzie was seen actually a lot on Clubhouse, but now that we're on Coastline, he's finally coming out a little bit here. In replacing that Valkyrie.
oh, well that's awkward. They did find that drone, able to pick him up pretty easily. Mossy, that's a kind of rare situation where you would see him directly shoot a drone in competitive play. Most of the time you see him just on those staircases to prevent drones from going up in the first place. And just deny that information. But it looks like another VIP hookah side play from the Wisconsin side.
Bringing that thermite out of that Thatcher, that's definitely going to allow them to really open up that back wall. Really, that's going to prevent UMD from utilizing their mirrors the most, because those angles by that bed are really hard to cover from those windows. And that's really where this side is the weakest, is that one corner where you don't really have, you really only have your Romans.
The thing is, I honestly don't think that Maryland really cares about that. I think their entire plan revolves around the triple C4 from the Pulse, the Mozzie, and the Mira. And just, denying that from underneath as the Pulse gets that first pick. And then a pick with his gun on that, I believe it was a Kazi who pushed in, a flurry of frags there.
Huge got a Kazi, and then Imperial got the refrag. That was immediately follow another C4 trade for a refrag. That was back and forth. Imperial is chilling out, and Service Center is going to leave. Looks like that wall will get open as Huge gets a triple kill onto Hydra, taking out the Thermite a little bit too late. That charge did go off, but Noob Smasher is going to be able to hold it down for now with 1 minute and 10 left in the round.
Yeah, it looks like the point of contention is again going to run straight into those Miras. So if by some miracle the Thatcher can out-aim someone from behind a Black Mirror, I'll be very impressed, but we'll see how it plays out.
I mean, Noob Smasher still has that C4 that can be lobbed easily into Hall of Fame. Thatcher actually opting to go up. Looks like they're going to change their plan of attack. See if they can get any frags on roamers. I mean, they've got only 35 seconds. BC is going to exchange some fire. Not going to find anyone. They're really just eating up time at this point.
Yeah, it's looking desperate. They don't, with those picks from that pulse, with Huge going as crazy as he did, they lost a lot of map control, and now with 20 seconds left, it's hard to do anything. Pie Guy able to get that frag, and that's Diffuser down in Luggage Hall. 15 seconds left for this IQ. I don't think Imperial's going to be pulling this one back. There was Diffuser, and just to get that frag on the Rook, but in the end, not a whole lot he can do as UMD. Just to close it out 4-2 at the half.
That was a good play for UMD, putting them at 4-2 at halftime for this map. Do you think Wisconsin is going to be able to do what they did on Clubhouse, and then bring it back for the tie?
We are definitely in a defender-sided meta, so it is very possible. With how efficiently UMD has been playing, though, I'm not sure if they can. It seems like both teams are less focused on specific strategies and more on putting their players in the best position to just frag out of their mind. As we've seen from Crux on this last map, and this map, Echo and Akazi have really been taking stage.
Yeah, I mean, this is Maryland's map, so they are definitely more comfortable on this one than Wisconsin probably would be, I would believe.
Yeah, I also believe this is the first Nomad that we're gonna see. Excited to see how Flamin really sets it up to watch their flanks when it comes down to these late round situations. I believe that's a specific adaptation to how Crux was playing last map, but that could just be also their basic strategy. Pretty default lineups though from both teams, with this classic Smoke, classic Legion, Jaeger, and then that Valkyrie cam to get information. We'll spot that drone up there though, and got eyes of a hawk.
Camera activated.
It's definitely an interesting cam spot that Kazi just put up there. It's definitely going to watch their flank. They're probably expecting not an aquarium push, which is interesting because that's pretty much all they did. Whenever they
locate a bomb and defuse it.
Yeah, so it's definitely nice to see a little change of pace between the teams and what they're trying to put up here.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if the lack of IQ means that they're unable to spot those Valkyries. But I believe they were in, I wouldn't say obvious places, but they're not perfectly camouflaged. So if you know where to look, you might be able to spot them out. I am personally intrigued to see how, if at all, UMD is going to try and pinch these roamers. Because they seem to have, at least on Clubhouse, a style that revolved a lot more around taking site control and watching their back. So the only thing I want to see is if that's just a specific Clubhouse thing where there's a lack of roamers, or if they are very, very focused on their original play. Seems like the Smoke of BC contesting that Aqua control, getting zapped by that Twitch drone, and looks like he is electing to fall back towards the bar side. Capitao Fire Arrow goes out somewhere.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to roam clear. We did have them try to clear out Master Bedroom. Looks like they're Penthouse. Looks like they're finally not only expecting a roam from lobby, but they're really starting to push Aquarium, which is really what they want to do here. That's the goal.
Yeah, you generally want to be able to take the different points of map control that lead directly into the site and then pick which side you want to execute on based on the picks that your players are making. Because naturally all the attackers have the advantages with the ACOGs and better rifles that they're able to bring. But I don't think I've seen a single player step foot on Hookah Balcony once this round. And
no, I think this entire map, they pretty much stayed away from Hookah Balcony, which is kind of interesting because, you see a lot that's going off. And actually that smoke will go down as Hydra gets a pick, gets down, rezzed by himself, and then down again. It is now 4v3, I believe, 2v4, as multiple kills are going down. Crux picking up one. Noob Smasher looking to get a kill. Maybe not quite. Flamin'. It's Noob Smasher's all up to them as Noob Smasher gets the pick on Akazi with the double kill. Only 20 seconds will get picked up. It is now just down to Flamin'. Crux chilling out. Flamin' will get smoked and will go down. That is Wisconsin's first defense win for this half.
It seems like they're not... I don't know where those Nomad air jumps went down exactly, but they weren't enough to protect their back, it seems. Without any dedicated roam clear, the Valkyrie and the Jaeger were able to rain hell from angles that they couldn't really watch. You only have so many guns, there's not a lot you can do.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely got down the wire. There are a lot of frags and refrags back and forth. That's pretty much how these two teams have been playing. They're pretty closely matched. Their play styles are similar, I would say at least, and it makes for an exciting game seeing them go back and forth. You never know. There's not really a team that's been on top this entire time.
Very, very close. I'm very pleased to see this adaptation from such a young team as Wisconsin. Bring the Maverick and the Thermite this time. I don't know exactly what they're planning on mapping, but I hope they surprise me. It looks like it's going to be another upstairs hold, though, on this kitchen defense
Attackers need to
from the
locate and
Wisconsin
defuse
defense.
bombs.
I feel like without the Maestro and the Echo,
Located a bomb.
both defending sides have been struggling to get information and have just been bailed out by being able to aim better than the other.
Attackers have discovered the location.
That's one thing.
Yeah, I mean,
I've noticed.
half a siege is intel, half a siege is, well, half communication intel, and the other half is aiming. So, your intel can be a little short, but if you have the aim, then you're good. You never want, in siege, you never want to have a fair fight. You always want to give yourself some advantage, so it's not just a one-on-one who has the better aim. It's your aim might not be as good, but you have the advantage because of intel or your positioning. There's a lot to it, but when you get down to these hectic gunfights, it's really hard to determine how you can get the best position. It just has to be second nature in what you're doing.
Yeah, I do like, it's looking like it's going to be another hard upstairs hold with an interesting roam setup. I don't think I've ever seen something like this before. But with all three of them upstairs, I believe it's just the Legion on site by himself. It depends on whether if the UMD side can realize that it's just the Legion on site with no kill holes put in from above, they could take site control and get a quick plant down very easily.
Huge. It's going to drone in to Penthouse as Echo's already there. Going to run into a little bit of struggle there as we'll get droned out by one of the Mossy drones.
Yeah,
Muslim Friends going to go up here as Huge does take down Crux. That's going to be a good pick as that's the Jaeger, one of their men holding upstairs.
Yeah, it seems like they've managed to gain... The attacking side has managed to gain that Penthouse theater control very, very quickly, as the defenders have fell back to more passive angles and are now peeking to try and put that pressure on. But Pie Guy managed to pick up the frag on BC, playing that castle, and just the Mozzie terrified in 90. And he's going to get picked up by Noob Smasher.
Yeah, that was very good coverage. There's Sophia, I believe, was down and is currently getting picked up. So that really saved them an operator right there. And now that they have vertical control, this is looking like this round is going to go in favor of UMD. 5-2 with vertical control. This is not looking good for Wisconsin.
Yeah, it was a very, very efficient take by the UMD side. Able to drone in quickly, figure out exactly what they needed to do, communicate it well, and I'm very impressed with that.
Ready to torch.
Oh, putting mav holes in that kitchen wall. I guess that's fair enough. Looks like they're droning in, trying to isolate those anchors and really close this round out.
The Imperial's going to have to watch that angle, otherwise they're going to get picked off by that Maverick. Going to get a little bit of a boost. Try to peek out that Maverick. Holes are going out. Pretty much pinning them down.
Some serious drywall.
25 seconds left in the round. Not much happening is they're gonna get pretty much just get pushed in from everywhere at this point.
This is terrifying.
Oh.
Flamin with the team kill, but then he takes down Hydra. Guess everyone gets one. And they're going for that plant in the back service entrance. Maverick on Pie Guy, peeking around that corner and fragging Imperial, who was huddling in a corner.
Yeah, that Pie Guy really did a good job at really just forcing Imperial to stay in that corner. You know, that's not Imperial's fault. Like,
Yeah,
you know, once those
obviously.
Maverick holes are out, like, there's only so much you can do, especially when you're down 3 operators. You know, they actually held that on for a decently long time, being down so many. You know, once you get 2 people get pushed by 5, it's a little hard to get that. UMD, however, you know, 5-3 now. Do you think that attacking is really their strong suit here, and this is what's going to bring them to the win for the map?
Well, they should be able to prevent the tie at least from getting to the 6th round, but on Penthouse with that Mira brought, especially because I believe they don't know which site they'll be going to. They could go to Kitchen or they could go to Penthouse, and by disguising that Mira with the 6th pick, they should be able to close this one out, as Mira on Penthouse is just so strong for the defense.
Reservoir going up.
But as for the map, it's still too close to call. Both these teams have had their back and forths over both maps.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Kitchen hasn't fared well for pretty much any defenders, so that's not the best metric to judge how well a team defends this map on. You know, they're going in arguably one of the strongest setups you can have, which is, you know, those 2 Miras on Theater. Sorry, looking into Penthouse. That's gonna really shut down that VIP Hall of Fame push. So UMD is gonna have to really play around that as usual, and I expect this round to come down to the wire like the past few have.
Yeah, I think the thing with Kitchen that's affecting both of these teams is it's not like the other 2 sites where without the buck, you can just roam throughout the entire map. Your roamers have to be able to put pressure on that Theater, Penthouse, VIP trio of rooms. Because once you give those up, that allows vertical control to be established, and then angles to be held against the flanking defender. And
Yeah, I
that
mean,
basically
they've been
loses
putting
any advantage you
setups
had.
there. Both sides have, but hasn't really yielded any results. Speaking of roamers, we are going to have multiple roamers coming out. Kazi's rocking the iron sights on that MP7.
That's the only gun they're even kind of acceptable on. I'd still rather run a Hollow, but, you know, to each his own. Looking like Pie Guy trying to drone in. He knew that Bandit was on main stairs, but Bandit's playing back a little bit further for now. Looks like just the preliminary map control taken by the attackers as they managed to get a quick frag on Crux. Guess he didn't hear the Zofia vault in on the side.
Ooh,
And that's
there's some shots coming from Blue Bar. From Courthouse, or Courtyard, sorry, geez. There's no courthouse on this map.
yeah. I believe if a
Noob
call is
Smasher-
given, if a call
Yeah,
is given to
just
Noob
missing
Smash,
someone.
that somebody's behind that bed, you can just spam up underneath. But it looks like no one has that intel right now, as we still just have the Nomad on rappel, threatening that Mira.
Yeah, I mean, Kazi is going to pick up my guy. That's going to put it back at even. That's because he's also going to pick up Noob Smasher. That, I believe, yeah, that's pretty big because Noob Smasher was doing very good at clearing out the utility, but now that that's gone, they can rest a little bit easier.
Also, I believe that Bandit is still trapped behind the bed, and I believe Echo now knows that he's back there. But I think with only 45 seconds left, that Flamin is going to try and thermite this wall as soon as they can take 90 control. He's going to need help from that Zofia, though, who is currently pushing downstairs, trying to clear those main stairs. I think the UMD attack seems very separated. So, we'll see if... It all comes down to individual gunfights, once again, instead of the team play, which has been a theme throughout this map.
Well, I mean, realizing can't really plant the exo thermic charge there. Gonna flash out BC, trying to get this
Remaining.
charge off. Might get picked off from below. I'm not sure if someone is down there Oh, Hydra will pick up Echo. Hydra's gonna have to push away, gonna try to hold their ground. Flamin will pick Imperial. It's only 1 second left in the round. Looks like this is gonna be a win
Operators, you have run
for
out of
Wisconsin.
time.
Not even all the kills. That was pretty much just the lack of the ability to push right there.
Yeah, the Thermite was scared of the imaginary person that was downstairs, and without the proper drones to really find out in that late round, obviously he had no idea that there was no one down there. So it's a fair play to him for not just blindly walking up and putting the exothermic charge down, but it does come down to poor clock management, not able to clear those roamers out as quickly as they could.
I mean, I didn't even know if someone was down there or not. So that was just just the way Wisconsin really just affected the terrain of that room. That really slowed them down. They did pretty good. Akazi got a nice 2K down there in lobby, which really slowed down UMD's push. And as you said, this game's neck and neck, and it's now 5-4. We're going back to Hookah, arguably a very strong site. So I think that this could easily be
Defenders,
tied up.
protect
What
your
about
bombs
you?
from being defused by
I
attackers.
believe it could as well. It comes down to both of these teams being very stylistically similar, I think. In both Hookah and Penthouse, without the buck to apply the vertical pressure underneath, because if you remember that was banned, it's very easy for the roamers to apply the pressure because the anchors can't be pushed out from that vertical play from underneath. And when both of these teams like to roam as much as they do, it gives us some hectic gunfights over on these 2 second floor sites.
5 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, as you're saying, these teams are. I agree, they are very similar stylistically. They both really like to hold down and wait for that last second gunfight. So that's what actually a lot of teams tend to do, especially at this level. They tend to spend a lot of time setting up and not as much time executing, which leads to a lot of last second gunfights, which is nothing wrong with. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It makes it super interesting to watch when you have these 3v3 gunfights with 20 seconds.
Oh yeah, I'm not, from a spectator perspective, I'm not complaining. There's just a lot of, I don't know, it seems disconnected gameplay that could be shored up. Obviously though, it's working for both teams, so as long as it's working, no reason to change it.
Huge is just taking some hot shots into the hookah hallway. Not finding anything, just again, the usual, they're just still room clearing, still trying to figure out how they want to attack the site. I believe they're still, I don't know, they might go for the Korean push. We haven't seen anyone do a push on it.
Bomb has been located.
Yeah. The day someone steps on Hookah Balcony, I will be so proud, because it doesn't seem like they're even applying pressure from that side of the map, allowing those defenders to play safe in Hookah and challenge with the long angles, which I believe we saw the Rook pick up a couple picks, the Vigil in the second round of the game, excuse me, and now there's a Doc. Oh wait, the Doc's behind the bar. We'll see how he makes use of that ACOG from back there. But
Take some pot shots into hookah. Not gonna connect. They have good control right now. UMD doing very good at pushing up.
Attackers
Gonna
have
fall
dropped the
back
bomb
through
diffuser.
baggage.
yeah, with a little more than a minute left, it looks like they're going to want to start going for that site execute. There's a good Valk cam up here. I don't believe it's been spotted by the attackers yet. IQ may have pinged it out and no one's been able to get an angle. I guess we'll find out. The smoke's still back there. Looks like bomb's going down. Smoke's gonna stop that. Or no, it misses.
Attackers are activating
And a second
the
smoke's not going down. That's bomb down for the attackers. Very well played.
This is gonna be very hard. 5v5 with a bomb down. This is something we haven't seen. As I said, 5v4 is Echo picks up Akazi. Hydra going for the peek. Looking around, not seeing anyone quite yet. As Flaming will take up someone, and someone else on Wisconsin does fall. It is a 5v1 for UMD, as Imperial is just left. With gunfights, will pick up the pistol and will get downed as UMD wins that round. Putting them in, I believe, 6-4, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, that was very well played. I also think we saw a boss G from that Dokkaebi, which I love. But it's it was a misplay by that smoke there. They didn't know exactly where the bomb was planted, so he didn't know to smoke through the bar instead of smoking far, which comes down to team communication, is something I've highlighted throughout the map. But they also adapted from the last hookah round, where they had, instead of just having the Nomad and the air jabs to give them the information, they put Echo in that very back far angle watching the main stairs, and he was able to get a pick on someone who had no idea he was there. All in all, very well played by UMD.
Yeah, this round is all on Wisconsin because they literally have to win this round if they want a chance to tie it up. Winning for them is off the table. However, tying is still an option. And, you know, if you're Wisconsin, that's what you're looking to do right now. So going to Hookah, Hookah's the only second floor site that is unlocked. If they win this, they can go back to Penthouse, which will be fairly hard for UMD because Wisconsin has very well held that site throughout this half.
I'm interested to see how they adapt. I think they actually dropped the smoke, which is a bold play. They brought the mute instead. We'll see if they're managing. The only reason I could think that they'd bring the mute is if they're trying to use the info denial to hard hold Aqua. But I guess we'll see how they decide to play this one out. Putting Hydra back there for now as they're still prepping up. Getting those Falcon cams. It's a pretty similar setup all in all to what they had last time.
Ready.
Yeah, I mean that can be dangerous. You know, when you lose a round like that, where like you lose so heavy-handedly, you can chop it up to two things. One, you can chop it up to a slight misplay or like, you know, just bad luck and run the same thing. Or sometimes you just say the strategy doesn't work, and it's really hard to identify which one that is. And it could have just been, you know, UMD just got the better angles in that case, or it could be, you know, the strategy doesn't work. We need to switch it up. And, you know, as we're saying that, Akazi's already going to try to slow down their push into Penthouse. Looks like we might get some action early on here.
I do want to say that finding the Valcam up there is very nice by that IQ, but it seems like this huge adaptation from Wisconsin didn't seem necessary when you could really, like, put that down to the one smoke missing. If they could delay that plant even further, give time to their flankers to get that information, they could have done it. But this whole new strategy could also prove vital.
My guy did see the edge of someone on that hookah bar. Gonna try to get an angle. Not gonna find anyone for a little bit. They're definitely holding off there. Blackbeard is gonna get taken down from Sunrise. That's actually a double kill from Crux as Pie Guy and Flaming go down. This is what Wisconsin needed right now.
That was a huge play. I'm still... I don't think that they want to send both players up there to check that angle. Maybe they wanted to peek it with the Blackbeard shield, I'm not sure. But they have to put pressure on this hookah balcony in order to try and push that player that they knew was there out into the sight line. Jokobi and that Blackbeard.
Yeah, they got UMD getting caught out in that transition phase of operators on that big window. Now they're gonna be 2 operators down with, you know, still a minute and 10 left. They do have the time to get the picks. Huge is chilling in VIP currently as one player will go down. Ooh, Hydra is in a bad spot. Will actually manage to get down the hatch as it is Wisconsin wins that round.
Flawlessly, too. 2 flawless rounds back to back, but from different teams.
You know, this is quite literally for all the marbles right now. This is whether UMD comes away this match with a win or whether Wisconsin manages to tie and really hold against an established team in this league.
A tie would be really fitting. These teams are very close.
And it's going to be a tall order for UMD because they have to deal with Penthouse, which is a very strong site, especially when you're going against that Mira, which they're not bringing, but they're probably going to 6th pick on.
Yeah, I would imagine the 6th pick is coming, just to keep them guessing for whether it's Kitchen or Penthouse, because I believe they played it last time, even though I don't... No, they were able to come away with a winner.
They might not be going Mira. That could also be another shakeup. As I say that, they just 6th pick on to Mira. Most likely. They have not locked in yet. But, you know, Wisconsin, if I were them, I would, you know, go with what's been working. What's been working is that Mirror strategy with holding that back wall, and they really ate away UMD's time last
Attackers
time
need
they
to
played.
locate and defuse bombs.
Also, a little quick side note while we're still in the prep phase of this final round. I don't think I've seen an attacker push hookah balcony when they're attacking hookah. And now, I don't know what's happening down there. I haven't seen. Oh, I guess she's just making it harder for them to put the thermite or the Hibanas on that wall. We're reinforcing it up.
Device activated.
Yeah, no, you're right though. Hookah balcony really wasn't utilized. Pretty much every team went for big window on billiards and then for the aquarium push. So they really, shook that up a bit
5
there.
seconds left.
Alright, well, this final round, getting their attackers, or excuse me. It's been a long day. The defenders finally getting their setup finalized with that. I do really like the operators that they brought. I think it does well. It does a little bit of everything. You get the info from the Mira and the Legion. You can deny the info with the Mozzie. The Bandit makes it harder to get that VIP wall open. And Eager's just a good pick at all time. Pie Guy trying to get this long angle on big window, seeing if he can get a nice little pick through there. Unable to see anything right now. He's just staring face first into a Mira.
Bomb located by attackers.
Looks like they're going to try and get the Nomad back on the rappel as they had last round. Or, yeah, their last penthouse attack. Excuse me. I do like this Bandit downstairs with that Nitro Cell. He won't be able to operate off pings because there aren't cameras brought, unless there are Mozzie drones picked up. But he may be able to deny some plant from upstairs should the attackers go for it. And as I say that, C4ing something.
Probably trying to go for that exothermic charge, really open up that floor. That's what really slowed down UMD last time. And that could prove fruitful again. Kazi
Yeah.
has done very well on their flanks today. Going through that lobby again. Looking like standard push. Nothing is really happening so far. We're getting a lot of back and forth. We do have the Mira down at about 40 HP. Besides that, not much.
Yeah, it seems like Crux and Akazi still have control of those staircases. And I don't know, but I believe that hole to the left that we saw from the Jaeger is big enough for him to vault through. So he could go for this dirty flank if they don't know. And as I say that, Echo picks up the first kill on Hydra. Crux and the Mozzie, I can't tell. I think it's BC playing that, looking for refrags into VIP.
Crux is pushing
Really
slowly.
sneaky
We'll
play.
find the refrag onto Flaming. Crux is still going to push in. We'll get picked off. That's going to be a refrag. It's 4v2. Wisconsin looked like they might not pull this through as Paya takes down Akazi. It is very close corners.
Loading new magazine.
The Nomad's in that corner, but she doesn't have diffuser, so she can't start getting bombed down. The Mozzie used his Nitro Cell. I don't believe the Mira has. They're just droning in, isolating. They know both those players are in theater. With 30 seconds left, I think that UMD can close this one out.
The issue is they don't have Thermite to open up that back wall, and you're going against the two Miras. You're going to have to flank, as Noob Smasher is actually going to plant the diffuser. Looks like Imperial's not going to be able to take it out, as Imperial is looking like they're about to go down. Huge taking out BC. And Echo will get the final kill onto Imperial. UMD will actually win out this map. Very close. Very, very close.
It was very close maps from both sides. UMD managing to edge out. I believe they go away with 2 points, and unfortunately, Wisconsin goes away with none. In the end, at least for that round itself, the Roamers weren't able to have as big of an impact as they had all game, which obviously, it happens. Sometimes you have worse rounds, but very, very close. Both teams should be happy with how they played today, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, especially, Wisconsin knew to invite. That was definitely well played. So, I say that was a good Thursday night game. Very, very close. I like close games. I also love both maps, so that was really fun to watch. Tomorrow, if you liked what you saw here, tomorrow we also have another Invite League game at 9:00 with San Jose University, I believe it is, versus Arizona State. Yeah, San Jose State. And Arizona State University playing at 9:00. If you like this, if you like the close games, we only have much more of that to come. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, And thank you. I've been King of Dopenshire. Do you have anything left to say, Viking?
I was just really happy with the games. Glad we got to cast all 12 rounds, both games. They were really interesting to watch.
All right. Thank you everyone for watching. Have a good night and see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock.